Hello, chat. Hold on, let me pull up the stream link because I'm gonna want to share this one. Oh, what? It's created like a bunch of upcoming streams. What the fuck? Hold on. I might need to. What the? Okay, so just to show you what I'm seeing, it's created like a bunch of upcoming streams. I'm gonna try and fix that before anything happens. How would I even delete an upcoming stream? I've never done that before. It doesn't even give me the... Oh, there we go. Delete forever. Okay. And we have the actual stream here. It doesn't even give me the...
Yeah, okay.
Oh. I'm gonna share this with the... And then I'm gonna share it with the Nusan speedrunning community as well, because they love me over there. It's been so long since I've streamed actually that that's probably fine. That's probably fine. Okay, where are we? Chat, today we reach the Farlands. Not today, but so I'll put my coords on. I'm at 125,567 on the coordinates there. That's 1%. So that's I streamed earlier with no mic, and then I ate lunch. But that stream got us up to 1%. So I don't know how long I'm gonna stream now, or like how far we're gonna get, but we're just gonna stream for a bit and see. I don't know. Hopefully someone will join. I have someone to talk to, but if not, it's chill. It's chill. So we just keep walking. So I found out about this. Obviously, Kurt J. Mac, I knew, did this challenge, Farlands or Bust. I actually used to watch Farlands or Bust when I was younger. Like that series ran for like 14 years. So that ran for a really long time. So you know, I was pretty familiar with the challenge. And then I remember when the first person did it, I think their name's like Kilo Man Crazy. I remember when that happened because I think Ant Venom made a video about it or something. It was talked about quite a lot in the Minecraft community because, like, not only was it an incredible feat of just like walking to the Farlands is impressive enough on its own, but the fact that that one started and finished in like 2 years. I mean, it started after Kurt J. Mac and finished before him, so like that was pretty awesome. And then recently, a Farland walker called Steve Gamer made a Reddit post saying like, "Oh, I'm the 14th person to do it, 14th person," and linked the like website farlands.cc. Shout out, and that's how I found it. There's a whole like community of people doing this, so it kind of got me interested. I don't know if I'll make it all the way, but I've made 1%, so 1/100th of the distance already, and this is day 3. Oh, we're still on day 3, so more than 1% in 3 days. if I were to keep going at this pace, which I promise you I'm not going to keep going at this pace. I've had 3 days off in a row, but I'm at work tomorrow, so it's already over by tomorrow. I'm like, I can't commit as much time to it. And I'm sure I'll slow down just in like kind of losing interest in it. Hopefully I don't completely quit when that happens, but like I will slow down and I will you know, not be at this pace the whole time. But if we were to plot it out on a graph, well, 1% in 3 days, 100% in 300 days, right? I mean, I would finish in under a year at this pace. I really don't think that's gonna happen though, so don't get your hopes up if you were hoping for me to finish that quickly. But I am committed, like I do want to do it. It's just one of those things where like the sheer amount of time commitment, obviously I can't say I'll 100% do it. But I am committed. I've been having fun with it as well. It's kind of nice to play the older version of Minecraft, even if I'm just walking, like, I don't know, it presents its own kind of fun challenges of like, you've got to think about the terrain you're taking, because you want to go pretty quickly. Like it's not necessarily a speed run, but it's also like you do need to finish it. If you go at like Kurt J Max speed, I'd be like 27 by the time I finished, and like we're not about that. We're not about like no, not 20. Did I say 27? I'd be 37. So we're not about that. We're gonna try and finish it, you know, ASAP within reason. I know that Mr. Coolbro 7 is going for a sub 100 days. I'm not about that. You need to walk for like 10 hours, 11 hours a day. Like that's some monumental amount of hours. I just don't have that, and that's fine. That's fine. But I think it would be a cool challenge. I think I've been kind of missing having like something to do each day, like Melon Keeper Gold. This is a bit less of a commitment, but it's more of a commitment in that it'll take longer. Less of a commitment in that, like, if I miss a day of if I miss a day of this, that's fine. If I missed a day of Melon Keeper Gold, obviously that was the whole challenge, so that was different. But and it does feel good to be making a video again. I know it's a live stream, but you know, it does feel good to be talking again. I just haven't been making videos. I haven't been wanting to, necessarily. I've been playing a lot of Melee. I picked up Minecraft speedrunning. I don't, it's been a while since I've done that, but it's just been kind of a case where, like, the Melee brain has really taken over there, so. Obviously, this cuts into the time where I could be playing Melee, but I think you can improve at Melee, just playing like half an hour every day. I don't need to, you know, if I spend 4 hours a day doing this, it's not like I should have been playing Melee for 4 hours. Like, there is a certain point where, like, it doesn't help to keep playing, I think, or like diminishing returns. It's probably better to play for like a little bit each day. You just need to make sure that that practice is like good as well. But I do want to improve at Melee. Like, it's been a while since I've actually felt that way, and for a long time I was just doing like whatever I wanted, like in terms of just having fun with the game. But I have kind of got to a point where, like, you know, it would be nice to get better and improve. And it is always a thing where, like, the game gets more fun the better you are. And that's a huge motivator for me. So yeah, we're so about it. I mean, Melee feels like it has such a bright future in Scotland at the moment, and I can't wait to see where that goes, honestly. So with regards to the Farlands walking, you do really want to get to water, because boats are faster than walking. But more importantly, you can do something called boat boosting, which is where you get in and out of the boat. And every time you do that, your body kind of like pushes the boat forward. So you can go higher than the max speed of a boat. You can go about 8 blocks per second. I think it's a little bit more than that. And your walking speed is like a little under 5. I think it's like 4.5 blocks per second or something like that. The actual maths isn't important of like the specific number. It's just like it's roughly double. It's close to double your speed. Like it is a big deal. So big oceans don't really exist in this version. Like biomes are pretty small compared to modern Minecraft versions. If you were to load up like 1.26, you can get some huge oceans in the modern versions, and that doesn't really happen in this version. You get pretty small, I mean, honestly, a lot of them can be described as lakes. You don't really get oceans as such, and the things that, like, would probably qualify as oceans are still considerably smaller than modern versions, which is a bit of a shame because, like I said, it is faster. But that's the whole point of this challenge, is like it's not just a far distance to walk. You have none of the amenities that modern Minecraft gives you. Like, you can't sprint. You don't have, like, elytras or even horses or anything like that. You kind of just have to walk. You can go on a boat. You can nether travel, but it's, like, a different category. Like, if you use the nether, obviously it's 8 times faster. Like, each block is 8 blocks in the overworld, so it's, like, it's not really the same thing. It's obviously still impressive. Like, an eighth of the distance to the Farlands still takes an awful long time to travel. Like, you know, I'm not saying that it's easy, but yeah, it is an eighth of the distance, so it's a significantly shorter distance to travel. That said, if you don't go onto the nether roof, like, you can get onto the nether roof using like bugs and glitches to delete the bedrock or like clip through the bedrock, using like boats and stuff. If you don't do any of that, walking through the nether is dangerous. Like, even on peaceful mode, it's not easy to navigate. But if you're playing on like a mode that actually has the mobs in it, like, that's pretty scary. So you know, there is that. Already, we're crushing this distance. Now, I've been playing mostly with audio off. Like, it's on my live streams, but I'm listening to music, so I just have it routed away from my in-ears, so I don't need to listen to it. But I'm looking forward to hopefully hearing some of the Minecraft soundtrack, because I didn't have music, like a stream playlist or something, set up for this stream, so I'm hoping the music kicks in at some point. Like, I probably would just put the Minecraft playlist, or like the Minecraft album, Volume Alpha, on loop, to be honest, because it's such a good vibe in these old versions. Like, not to say that the new songs in the Minecraft, like, OST are like bad, but the C418 cuts really had their own sort of style and sound that, like, it feels a bit more like mixed in now with other sort of, like, the vibe is different for the newer music and stuff, and it's like, it's not bad. I actually really do like it, but I do prefer the C418 cuts. I mean, it's so, like, nostalgic for me that it's like an album that I don't think I could ever rate properly. Like, you know, I've had at different points in my life, like, a rate your music account or like album of the year and stuff like that. And like, the Minecraft music is something that I've always been a little bit unable to place, because I kind of started listening, like, I kind of started playing Minecraft before I was like listening to albums anyway. I still listen to music, but not like the album, right? So you know, it's so nostalgic for me that I almost, like, I don't know if I can be like fair about it. Like, do I actually think it's perfect? And is a perfect album a 100 out of 100? Because, like, an album can have no flaws, like, do nothing necessarily wrong, but if it doesn't do anything, like, right, like, it's arguably still perfect. There's nothing wrong with it, right? But does it do enough right to be a 100 out of 100? I don't know. This is a question that I've really struggled to answer, because I do think that I have more of an attachment to other albums that, you know, I've listened to more recently. And there, you know, I definitely wouldn't say that Minecraft Volume Alpha, like my 100s, I have like Kendrick Lamar, GNX, Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft, Bad and Thriller by Michael Jackson. Would I say that Minecraft Volume Alpha is better than all of those, or like equally good? I don't even know if I could say that, but it certainly has a significant, like a similar amount of like meaning to me. So maybe I would call it a perfect album. I don't know. It's definitely like so fit for purpose that it's like, I don't know. The perfect storm of things had to happen for like that album to be made for this game that like just fits so well, right? I don't think there's many people in the world that would have looked at this game that is so video gamey and so retro and landed on like fucking piano, you know, chill vibe, kind of somber. Most people would go for like chiptune video gaming music for this game. Like, it's so pixelated and so like faux retro that it kind of hurts. Especially on these older versions where you have like the gravel texture and stuff. It's like, it's just crazy that the C418 Minecraft Volume Alpha is the soundtrack that came out of this game, because it's like, what are we doing, right? But man, it's so awesome. Such an awesome soundtrack. I love listening to it. In fact, I might just put it on right now. I might just bite the bullet and quit waiting for the music to kick in. I do wonder what kind of systems are in use to like determine when music plays. Like, is it just a chance every tick that a song starts? Is it more context dependent? Has that changed since when music was implemented in now? Because I know that in Ocarina of Time, there's obviously the like Hyrule Field theme, but different parts of the music play when you're in different areas. Like if you're close to water, a different part of the track will loop, or you'll get different like instruments and stuff. And it's so cool. Games like Pokemon Black and White, games like Mario Odyssey, Plants vs. Zombies, that have these like dynamic kind of tracks that evolve with the game that you're playing. It feels like such a correct way to do music for a video game that it's surprising that more games don't do the same thing. Because like, yeah, it makes sense. Everything should be about, you know, the controller and, you know, the player who's playing the game. It makes so much sense that that would influence the music. Obviously, it influences what you're looking at on screen. You control what's on the screen. But like, every sense should be influenced by the player. It makes it feel so much more dynamic. It makes it feel so much more you know, like you have an input. So I don't know. I think it's cool. I think they do a really good job with the games I described there. Do we think that's maybe a dungeon? I just heard a zombie No, that's just a zombie. Oh, poor guy. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, usually I just, like, I'm not playing with F3 on, I just have the coordinates mod on, because I'm, like, not that interested in getting off the beaten path. I don't want to find a bunch of dungeons, I don't want to look for a golden apple. I kind of just want to, like, focus on the moving forward bit of the challenge, but then you play with audio and you hear the zombies and you're like, well, I gotta check it out, right? It's so much easier to ignore when you don't even know they're there. And it's weird that playing with F3 basically lets you like X-ray for entities because they have something above their head and you can see it through walls. I mean, to be honest, X-ray for entities is basically a feature of modern Minecraft because you can just hold F3A and reload the chunks over and over to get that effect. That's considered like cheating, and it's so unfortunate, but that's considered like cheating in a Minecraft speedrun. But it happens when you adjust the F3 or adjust the like render distance using F3. So like, you know, it's like if you intentionally go for it, it's cheating, but sometimes it's unavoidable and then it's just like unfortunate. And it's like that feels like such a bad ruling. But what are you meant to do? Like completely allow it? It is really game breaking. Because you can like X-ray for entities when you're looking for the stronghold. You can actually look for like smoke particles from a torch when you're looking for the stronghold. Like it gives you a lot of an advantage. Particularly in ranked, because I don't know how much time you would save in like an RSG speedrun. They're so efficient at the top level anyway. But in ranked, where things can go wrong and you still need to like adapt to them, I mean, it's so broken. And I don't know if they stop you from doing it. Like, it's against the rules, but, you know, who's looking? Do they auto-detect for, like, if you're inputting those buttons? I don't know. Because I remember it was something I looked up when I first started running, because I was like, you know, this doesn't feel like it should be legal, but then how would you even stop someone from adjusting their render distance and like, oh, they got some information while they were at it? And the answer is you just don't. You just have to like, oh, it's a shame that that happens sometimes. And it feels like a bad ruling, but sometimes games just have those. Like, I don't think people who don't speedrun and who know about like cheating through YouTubers like Carl Jobst and you know, what, a bit Abisoft, like people who watch videos about cheating and speedrunning but don't actually speedrun, like probably don't realize how easy it is to get away with cheating. Because like we're usually talking about big communities, but like if Dream didn't stream those runs and he still posted the cheated run at the end, wouldn't have got caught. Wouldn't have been flagged or anything. No one would be like, oh, that's weird, you didn't stream. Some people just don't stream their attempts. Some communities do require you to do that now, but at the time, if Minecraft does it now, they didn't do it then. So like, yeah, he could have cheated. He could have cheated and he could have got away with it. And for a long time, he did get away with it. And, you know, if I wanted to cheat at my favorite speedrunning games like fucking Ben 10 or Stranded Isle, like I could do it. Yep, I could modify the code of Pcraft to cheat, and I could splice in Ben 10 Power Trip and no one would watch the full run when they verify it. Most of the time in small communities, if the game's over an hour long, they're not watching the whole thing. Maybe they will. Maybe. Like if someone did a Tokobot run tomorrow, I would watch the whole thing. That's because I love the game, right? But how many runs have I verified where I haven't watched the full run? I've just made sure the timing is correct. So many. Not for Tokobot, but for other games, so many. But that's just the reality of like speedrunning being like a community-driven thing with no like governing body. It's like you can't guarantee that no one's cheating. It's sort of like honor system and stuff. But that's why, like, you know, for me, speedrunning, for a long time, it's not been about like the world record or anything like that. It's just improving on your own time, but also like, you know, discovering new strategies so that everyone can get better. Or writing the literature for a game like Stranded Isle where like the tech and the strats are, or the tech, I guess, is not the important part, but the strategy and the, you know, reacting on the fly and stuff like that, because it's such a heavily RNG game. Like the literature for that, way more important than the world record. Like congrats to to Ellie, and congrats to Hollow Knight and Armin, who have had the world record at different times. But you know, I do feel like the greatest achievement of the community is not where the world record stands, but everything that we did to get there is way more important. And if the world record was 4 minutes and 11 seconds instead of 4 minutes and 9 seconds, it wouldn't probably make a huge difference to the way that people look at it and look at the game. It's, you know, we're all kind of working on the understanding that, like, the important part is the strats and the literature more than the world record. So yeah, someone could cheat, and like if it was super suspicious, like, oh, new guy plays the game and gets world record, we'd catch that. But you know, if it was someone's been playing for a while and they get frustrated and they mod the odds slightly to increase them, guarantee it wouldn't get caught. Guarantee it wouldn't get caught. And so that's just the reality of like the smaller communities and stuff like that. But there's probably top level runs in big games that have not been caught that are cheated. Just by the reality of like, we don't have a perfect system in place to like catch those things, and that's fine. Oh my god, naturally occurring sand penis. What the fuck? That's so epic. That's so epic. Bottom surgery. Okay. I'm glad no one's watching and I'm just yapping, because that was not funny. But yeah, I mean, it's just the situation. Like, to be fair, the whole like Farlands verification process on farlands.cc, shout out, they've kind of got it figured out, to be honest. Like, it would be pretty difficult to cheat and get away with it. But that being said, they only require for, I think, 90% of the run to have footage. Okay, fair enough. That's 11 million blocks worth of walking. But if you cheated on the 10% that they didn't see, and you would get away with that, right? I guess you would get away with it. Maybe. I don't know. And the thing is, if you bring all this stuff up, it's hard to talk about it without sounding like, oh, I'm gonna cheat, I'm the cheater, it's gonna be me, I've got it all figured out. Like, I don't have any interest in cheating in a speed game. And to be honest, like, I know people who have cheated in speed games, and... Hi, R6A9. Hi, Merle. I know people that have cheated in speed games, and I don't give a fuck. The worst thing about Dream is not the fact that he cheated in a Minecraft speedrun, right? For the people just getting here, I was just saying it's easy to cheat in a speedrun. I was not saying that... This is not I'm not crashing out and defending Dream on live. I'm just saying, if he didn't stream it, he would have got away with it, and... That's why I'm just saying it's easy to do. Hi, Merle. I mean, to be honest, if it's RSG, like, get to the Farlands, then it is a pretty good pace, because we're more than 1% of the way there. So, you know, it's all a matter of perspective. I think there is a speedrun.com category for that. I think they have made that in the category extensions or something. You made an undetectable cheating device yesterday by accident. Wait, that's awesome. Maybe I can get the stream chat on screen. I mean, I definitely can. I don't want to block too much of the... Like, I can do this. Is that fine? Do we like that? Oh, it immediately disappears. I can't make it, like, appear on top, can I? Hold on. I can add a scene. or a source. Window capture. Hold on. And select a window. Well, I actually want to select chat. But it's not there. Crap. I've been defeated, I think. I don't know how to do it. I mean, I can figure it out, but we'll just leave it for now. How did you make an what's your cheating device? Just out of interest. And was it for Cyclo 8? Or just Pico 8 in general? Or what is it? Didn't you quit speedrunning? Why'd you get a 9.9? I thought you quit speedrunning. I thought you were done. Holy retirement arc, right? That did not last very long. This is another good thing about the Farlands walking thing is you can that's secret. You made an undetectable cheating device that's secret. Okay. That does sound very suspicious. Yeah, you can do this like inventory glitch where if you press W and E at the same time, it auto walks for you. You still really need to babysit it. Like it's not like an AFK device or anything, but it does mean that you don't get carpal tunnel from holding down the W key. Oh, you got 9.9 from cheating. Don't worry. I won't tell anyone. Have you tried Mcraft? I know that you're not the biggest Pcraft fan, but hey, you got a sub 5. Maybe you'll be good at Mcraft. I need to try and get Hollow on that, because I actually want to speedrun Mcraft, but I really need someone to route it for me, because I'm not good at figuring out the fastest way to get chest. I've already approached Ellie about it, and she was like, maybe. So I need to get Hollow on it, because I want to figure out how many deaths it takes to get a chest. Like, I think it's conceivable to do it in 2 deaths. So that's 3. That's 1 minute 30 seconds. That's 3 like lives. But maybe you could do it in 2 if you had like a killer route and like pretty good luck. But like on average, I want to know what it looks like. Basically, I tried it, died once, and was like, I don't want to play this. Fair enough. I thought it was quite fun. One of my friends is trying to organize a speedrun marathon for like Scottish Smash players. And if I can get fairly like consistent at it, even if it's like a 45-minute time or whatever, like if I could get fairly consistent at beating it, I would love to run like Random Seed max mode in a speedrun. Were you working on like a TAS? Is that how you accidentally made the cheating device? Are we tassing it up in the Cyclo 8? I bet it's Celeste related. That's the only game you play other than Cyclo 8. It's like impossible to have this conversation if you're keeping everything secret, right? It's like, what's the point? How far do you think we'll get? I mean, the latest I think I would stream for is like maybe 6 hours. That's probably the longest stream I'm willing to do in one sitting. But I don't even know if I'll do that. So far I've only streamed like 2 or 3 hours at a time for this. And that was a lot. that was definitely a lot, so... Not ready to reveal the project yet. I got it. Keep your secrets, it's fine. Six or seven. You'll notice that I'm walking on Z67 as much as I can. When I got to 67,000 blocks, yeah, you bet I took a screenshot. I've been screenshotting a lot, actually. When you walk this far in old Minecraft, you see a lot of cool, like, terrain and stuff. Also, it's faster to jump when you're walking on ice, but it's slower to jump if you're walking on normal ground. Just a weird thing about Minecraft movement. I've not really made any effort to like go mining or anything, so all the iron I have is from stuff I found just like poking out of walls. I do think it would be cool to get like diamond armor and stuff. The thing is, armor is it's kind of broken in this version. Oh, I keep getting out of the boat because there's no water coming up, so I'll just explain it. There's in old Minecraft, like before they changed the boat to be what it's like now, it's faster because every time you get out of the boat, you like push it forward with your body. So you can go higher than the normal max speed because you're like pushing it. But then you get back in it so you don't fall off the boat. You can get to like 8 blocks per second doing that, and walking is like 4.5 blocks per second or something like that. So it's really fast to get in and out of the boat. It's called boat boosting. See, this is weird generation, right? It's just like a flat wall with a couple bits sticking out. Like that feels weird to me. Oh. Also, you can't water bucket clutch in the same way as modern versions, because if you fall onto like a 1 block water, it doesn't stop your fall if you're moving fast enough. It needs to be like 2 blocks deep. But there is another way to do it where you place the water like this and drop it and then clutch, and because there's like the bit falling and then the one that, yeah, you see there, I took damage. Because there's the bit falling and then the one that you place, it makes like 1.2 blocks or whatever, which is enough to stop your fall. It's so cool playing older Minecraft versions and like learning all the weird stuff that you have to do to just like, because movement in the new versions is so broken, but it's so like bad in this version. Like you gotta learn a lot of stuff just to like make a decent pace. Because like even though it's not a speedrun, you kind of have to go fast. Because if you don't go fast, it's gonna take 11 years to get to the Farlands, and no one wants to spend 11. Well, I don't want to spend 11 years doing it. I won't speak for everyone. Like, watch out, MLG water here. Okay, I fucked it. I needed to wait longer so that the thing was there by the time I touched the ground. But yeah, that's what I was gonna say about armor. Armor's kind of like broken, but also really bad in... Like, there's no reason to go above, like, iron, or like maybe even leather. Because when your armor's full durability, it's the same as every other armor. So the only difference between armors is how much durability they have. And they also protect against fall damage, which in modern versions they don't do unless you have feather falling. But, the amount that they protect you by is based on the durability as well. So you see that's like a little over half durability. I have a little over like half armor. But if this was like full, I'd have almost full armor because I'm only missing the boots. So if you have diamond armor that's almost broken, it doesn't protect you very much. It'll only give you like 1 bar of armor. Whereas if you have full leather armor, it'll protect you more than like half damaged diamond armor. But it'll break faster. So you can survive a really tall fall with leather armor, but it's like single use. It'll break once you do that. Whereas like diamond, it's not going to be multi-use. Thank you, Merle. I will make it to the... But yeah, I wouldn't describe diamond as like multi-use for that kind of situation, because it's still going to take a lot of damage. You're not going to be able to survive the same... Yeah, everyone who chats is my top fan, because they just immediately get the badge because no one watches. Because no one watches my stream. Who are me? I don't know, we've made some pretty good progress so far. We've gone 10k blocks. Or no. 7k in 40 minutes. So that's pretty good, I think. Okay. And we're above the clouds. Alright, let's see if I can MLG this instead. Okay, no, I kind of chickened out there. I didn't want to take a bunch of damage. Like I said, I wouldn't die, because I have the armor. I'd probably be fine to like take that amount of damage, that amount of fall. I don't know. I do have a bed set, so it's like, if I die, I'm not like, it's not like hardcore mode. I'm not gonna... Because if I went back to world spawn, it might as well be hardcore mode. Like, you've lost all your progress. But yeah, we have a bed set, so we don't need to worry about that. Also, it's really nice playing a version of Minecraft that doesn't have bucket lag. Bucket lag is the thing that happens when you like pick up a bucket of water, but it's not actually full, but it looks like it's full. And it happens because when you play a single player world in versions after 1.2, it opens a server that runs locally and you connect to the server. It's really annoying. It's a really annoying thing to happen, and doesn't happen on these older versions because we're before 1.2, so there's no like server for single player worlds. And I gotta be honest, it feels good to be able to like do this and like pick it up and put it down, and like you can't do that in modern versions. Like it wouldn't work the same way. So yeah, I think that's really cool. There's like a lot of underrated... Where did all my XP go? I don't know what you mean. But it's like a really underrated feature of beta is that you don't have hunger. Like you can't sprint, sure, but you don't need to eat unless you take damage. It just heals you to eat. So if you don't take damage, you don't need to farm food or anything like that. Which is obviously really nice on a long journey like this one. Also, hello Dusk.dev, shout out. How are we doing? What's the vibe? What do you have planned for when you reach 6,767,000? Well, I've been to 6-7. That's... Oh no, that's 600,000. Yeah. Well, I went to 67,000. I guess my plan is to take a screenshot. I'm doing well. I'm playing Minecraft Farlands, which is a stupid thing to do, but we're vibing. I mean, I can't wait. I mean, 676,000, sure, really cool. 6.76 million. That's the real one that we're waiting on, because that's the that'll be the last 6-7 of the journey, and it's also roughly the halfway point. It's a bit over halfway, but. Yeah, it'll be the last perfect 6-7 on the journey. So I am definitely looking forward to 6.7 million. It's turning to nighttime here. I'm getting this annoying boat thing where I don't get the boat boost. Is this just a new bit? What, 6-7? 6-7's an old bit. We've been doing 6-7. Going to the Farlands? I wouldn't call it a bit. I am gonna do it. I'm I am. Yeah, it's not a bit. It is gonna take forever. You've correctly assessed that it is gonna take probably multiple years. I mean, to be fair, at the pace I'm going now, I'll be done in 300 days. Alright, I've done 1% of the way in 3 days. So 300 days for 100% of the way. But we're not going to continue at this pace because I have a job and like a life outside of Minecraft. So it will slow down. It's just been pretty fast over the last couple days. But it would be more stupid for me to walk like half the distance and then stop. Because that's actually like a waste of time. Like if you're just like, oh yeah, I walked 6 million blocks in Minecraft, people are gonna be like, why would you do that? But if you walk to the Farlands, people are gonna be like, holy shit, you walked to the Farlands? And I haven't had, you know, since Melonkeeper Gold's been gone, I've been needing a reason to like hop on a daily game, and I think this is it. This is it. I don't need motivation to play melee. I'll always play melee, but I think going to the Farlands is a great reason to have a bit of a more relaxed, you know, casual stroll through Minecraft instead of playing competitive games all the time. Like I'm speedrunning, I'm playing Minecraft, speedrunning, and I'm playing melee. This is way more relaxing. This is a great thing to do to unwind. Nice 360. You want to see a nice 360? Check this out. I'm attacking you with a 2-block 360. Oh, I fucked it up. Okay. I'm attacking you with a 2-block 360. Aw, I'm like a fake parkour pro. I'm like a parkour noob. Why can't I do it? I'm like so bad. I mean, I hit it once. Is it because there's a roof above me? I don't think that should matter. You know what? I'm blaming the roof. Let me try it. Let me get a redo. Well, I did stop holding W. I just wasn't, like... I think you need to spin... Oh, that was perfect. That was perfect. You need to spin later than what I was doing. I think I was spinning too late. Or too early, sorry. Hey, and if you shift on this version and look down, your hair pokes through the helmet. I don't know why. To be fair, you need to use a mod to get skins on this version, because the old skin server that 1.7.3 communicates with, I think, is the reason it doesn't work. It doesn't exist anymore. It's like a new website or whatever that the skin is uploaded to. So you need the mod to like fix that. And then I've got black bars on my arms because I'm using the Slim skin, but Slim didn't exist back then. Like Alex skin didn't exist back then. That might be a dungeon. Do we want to explore? It's not a dungeon. And now it's sealed off. let's just leave that one, and we'll be hunky dory. So yesterday I did 60,000 blocks. The first day I did 40,000. So far today I've done 25,000. Or no, I guess 34,000. So I mean, we could reasonably, it's, you know, it's only 3 o'clock. We could reasonably go to 60 or maybe 80k. That would take me to 180,000. It's basically just how much I want to play Minecraft today. But, like, usually I've been streaming for like an hour or two at a time, but I'm usually streaming no commentary. Now I'm streaming with commentary, so arguably it should be longer, but I might actually get tired quicker because of that. Oh, what does Sam think of this adventure? He thinks it's stupid. He's less annoyed than when I was doing Melon Keeper Gold, though, because when I was doing Melon Keeper Gold, I would have to kick him out the room to, like, record videos. I mean, I tried to organize it around both of our schedules, so that didn't happen, but there were days. There were days. I mean, we can just chat while I'm playing Minecraft, right? Like, it doesn't affect him, but he still thinks it's a waste of time, which he's probably right. But the way I've kind of been looking at it is it's like you know, it's like shiny hunting a Pokemon. Okay, so that doesn't take as long, but you're gonna do a lot of shiny Pokemon, right? So if you hunted like 100 shiny Pokemon or whatever, and it took you 800 hours to do that, which honestly is probably an overestimate. It'd probably take you longer than 800 hours if it was full odds hunting. Like, it took me 16 hours to get my shiny Bulbasaur by soft resetting, and that was under odds. So, like, you know, the reason I'm using shiny Pokemon as an example is it's something that Sam does, right? So, the way I look at it is like, this is kind of like a shiny Pokemon. I just need to put in the hours. You know, it's not RNG based, it's just put in the hours, but it's a similar level of, like, the only thing you get at the end of shiny hunting a Pokemon is a differently colored Pokemon. It's not like, you know, it takes skill, it just takes a lot of, like, commitment. And it's fun to do. And I enjoy playing Minecraft for, you know, a long time. So if I want to put in 800 hours to Minecraft to get to the Firelands, and then at the end of that, I've done it, and I get to be on the list of people that have done it. And it's not a long list. It will be 16 people in June. So it's 14 people have done it right now. It'll be Mr. Coolbro7, I think, is set to finish next month, and then in June, I forget their name, someone else is set to finish in June. That's the, like, pace. So it'll be 16 people in June. So it's not a lot of people, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But to be honest, like, I've asked myself this question because I got like 10,000 blocks deep, and I was like, you know, am I really gonna go for? So 12,000 blocks would be 0.1% of the way. So I was thinking, am I gonna do this 1,000 more times? Like, seriously, 1,000 more times? And so I had to, like, rationalize to myself whether it was the right thing to do and whether it was a waste of time or not. And I think that it's not, because I think it's not a waste of time and that it is worth doing, because that kind of commitment to a stupid thing to do, and the block count for the Firelands is 12.5 million blocks. So it's 12 550,800 something, 800 and something blocks. So it's 12.5 milli. We're at 134,000 right now. So that's a little bit over 1% of the way. But yeah, like I was saying, I think that kind of like commitment to a stupid idea and like doing something for the sake of doing it, like that's what my whole thing is about. I think that's kind of like what humanity's about in a way. You know, Melon Keeper Gold was not for fame or accolades. To be honest, most people that I told about it didn't really care about it. But I did it for me and it was fun. And I think I learned stuff about myself during that as well. Like, it's not easy to do. It's not easy to make a video every day for a year. And some of them were not good. And a lot of them were very last minute. But I committed myself to that. And in some ways, you know, there was no outside pressure for me to succeed there. In a way, stuff like, you know, just to keep it on topic for things that I've done during my life, like a university degree is kind of like a commitment contract where there's a negative consequence to you not doing it. Obviously, you've put in money at the start, your tuition, your you know, student loan debt or whatever. There's like a lot of reasons to keep going. There was no negative consequence to me not finishing Melon Keeper Gold, which is why it was so important that I did it. And I might be the only person that actually thinks this, but if we were to like rank the achievements in my life, and like maybe it's more in terms of personal importance than like actual difficulty, but I do think I'm more proud of Gold than I am of like my undergraduate, and I got a first. But like to me it wasn't a question of like whether I'd be able to finish it or not. I had a lot of reason pushing me to do it, but I had no reason to do Gold other than let's fucking try it, right? Let's do that for fun. And it's so much harder when you don't have a negative outward force sort of pushing you towards it. Like if I don't go to work in the morning, I lose my job and I don't have any money. That's reason enough to get out of bed. But on my days off, you really need to make the choice to like do anything. And I do things. But I don't have a reason to do it. So walking to the Farlands is a part of that as well. It's like, at the end of it, I'll have one thing to show for it, which is that I've done it. But hopefully, we'll learn something about ourselves along the way as well. Yo, Narwaffle. It's been so long, right? It's been so long. I have not streamed in ages. But we're doing it. We're walking to the Farlands. For those of you new to the stream, yeah, I mean, usually I stream on Twitch. The reason we're on YouTube today is because part of the and you know, not that I need anyone's fucking approval for my journey to the Farlands or whatever, but the proof requirement is that you need like 90% of the raw footage. So it's fine if you lose, you know, 1 million blocks or whatever, but you need 90% of the raw footage to be accessible in some way. So if I stream it on YouTube, the VODs will be backed up forever, but Twitch deletes your VODs. And you can save them, but I had a lot of VODs saved, and then they announced like, oh, we're not going to keep all the VODs now. We're only going to keep your like last 100 or whatever. I don't remember what the number is, but they delete your VODs now. So I'm just like, I'm going to upload it to YouTube and hopefully not need to worry about it, because so much of my life is on this YouTube channel that if I lost it, I would cry. So hopefully YouTube doesn't announce the same thing in like a year and I get my ass kicked. But yeah, your streams were great, Narwaffle. I really miss those, especially when you were playing just like the shitty games. Those streams where you would play like a demo for an hour and then play a different game. The games that didn't have categories on Twitch, so it was just games and demos. Those were iconic. Those were so good. You get a lot of sticks because every time your boat breaks, you get sticks. You can craft them into ladders, and it's a bit of like a time save on certain like terrain types to use ladders instead of water. Like I said, it's not really a speed run, but we gotta keep a certain pace or we're never gonna finish, right? Old boats are so funny. They're so bad. There's actually a cool tech. Hopefully I'll be able to show it off soon. There's actually a cool tech you can do with boats in this version to like get up to. So it takes a really. I'm just gonna do it over here because I want to talk about it. I think it's really cool. It takes a while to get up to full speed on a boat in this version. So you can like place them on top of yourself and like push them to speed them up. But there's another way to do it that doesn't involve, you know, hoping that the physics doesn't betray you, which is, I'll just dig out a little space here to try it. So water always flows towards the like nearest low point. It takes the path of least resistance. So in this case, it'll just flow forward. So you can do like this and you get up to max speed like super quickly. Isn't that awesome? I think it's super cool. And it's very fun to do every time that I do it. I really like it. So yeah, there's a, if you're ever playing beta 1.7.3, I am going to stream the entire thing because it's easy for me to stream. Like I've already streamed for like 10 hours with no commentary. That'll be the 90%. This, you're watching the 10% that gets saved with me having commentary. The rest of it, it'll still be publicly accessible and saved, but it's just gonna be silent because I'm gonna have to like do little bits here and there. I mean, the last 3 days I've not been at work, but once I like tomorrow I've got work for 9 hours. Like I'm not gonna be streaming during the day. I'm probably not gonna stream very much, so it'll just be odd bits here and there for most days. But hopefully I can do it roughly daily. You know, instead of Wordle, I'll do this, and we can make some good progress. So hopefully 100% will be on this channel. But if I lose some of it, then it'll still be verifiable. But but yeah, I was saying earlier, like in terms of this challenge, like, can you skip 1.2 million blocks and just say you didn't record it, and be like, and be like, you get away with cheating that way, right? This was before either of you two were in chat, but earlier this stream was talking about how easy it would be to cheat in like most speed games, and like if Dream never streamed his speedrun attempts, he wouldn't have got caught, and that's true. And obviously I wouldn't cheat at this challenge because that defeats the whole purpose of doing it. And I think that walking for like 11 million blocks and then cheating the last 1.2 million makes zero sense. Like, you've already done 90% of the challenge. Why would you cheat the last 10% or the middle 10% or whatever? But it would be easy to do, right? It makes you sound suspicious, but like, yeah, 14 people have done it. In June it'll be 16 because there's 2 people currently on pace to finish in the next 2 months. So 14 people. Kurt J. Mack was the first to start walking 15 years ago. I think it was 2011. It was whenever this version was the most current one, so I'm assuming it was 2011. He finished last year. He finished like 9 months ago. He didn't walk very much. He walked like an hour and a half every week for most of it. So he didn't walk very much. But he made the like Farlands or Bust series, and he did like charity streams for it and stuff. He's a very a cool guy from what I can tell. But the first person to finish it was a guy called Kilo Man Crazy, who did it in about 2 years. And like started after Kurt J. Mack, but finished faster because he just put a lot more time into it every week. Since then, a few people have done it. Namely, someone finished it in about 170 days, I think. So like half a year. That's pretty impressive. But Mr. Coolbro7 is going to be on pace to finish on day 97, which is pretty ridiculously fast. But that's what you get when you put in like 11 hours a day on walking to the Farlands. So that'll be the fastest speedrun once it's done. And I mean, you know Mr. Coolbro7's legit because he's already walked on a different playthrough like half the way and then died. And then the next day started another attempt. I think if I died and lost all my progress, it would mental boom me and I would never touch this game again. But he, the next day, started another attempt. So, you know he's the real deal. What the fuck? I'm not going there. I'm not going. We're not touching that. Talking about dying. I'm not going in there. But yeah, I mean, getting my name on the list is not the most important part to me. It's kind of just cool to like do difficult things because you wanna see what you're capable of doing, and you know, it's the same reason that like humans have calculated like millions and billions or whatever digits of pi. But we don't need any of them. We need like 3 digits for anything on Earth. Like 3.14 is more than enough for a mechanical engineer. If you're like a plumber, pi equals 3, bro, right? Like who cares? But with 25 digits of pi, you can calculate the circumference of the observable universe within the margin of error of like a hydrogen atom. And yet there are people who know hundreds of thousands of digits of pi, and they've dedicated an awful lot of time to it. Yeah, I mean that's true, right? Once you've walked for however many days playing the game, it does just probably become a routine. I know for me that actually making the videos for Melon Keeper Gold was never the routine. The routine was checking if I had uploaded. That became a habit. I kept doing it after I finished. On January 1st, 2025, I checked if I had uploaded, and I was like, oh no, I don't do that anymore. So it never became a habit to actually make the videos. That was something I needed to consciously do every single day. But it took a long time for me to stop checking if I had uploaded because that became the habit. I would automatically, when I open up the YouTube app, go and check if... Because I had scheduled uploads and stuff like that, so I got into the routine of like checking that. So it's kind of funny how stuff like that works out. Where you think like, oh, I'm gonna get into the habit of making a video. No, you're gonna get into the habit of checking if there's one. So it's kind of funny. And there were days where I had like 10 scheduled, or I guess weeks, where I had like 10 scheduled in a row because I was busy off doing stuff. Blockbuster 2, no, Blockbuster 3, 2024. Blockbuster 2? I don't know. One of the blockbusters. I had a bunch scheduled in a row. It must have been 3, right? That would be 2024. I don't know. I actually don't remember. You know what? I think it was Blockbuster 2, because I think Blockbuster 3 is when I was working on my dissertation, and that was 2025 when I graduated, so it must have been Blockbuster 2. Blockbuster was a Melee tournament for those not in the know. But it was like a week long, so I needed to schedule uploads for Melon Keeper Gold. In an average day, I mean, one, because you I made 366 videos in 366 days. So I guess one, if you were to like average it by the mean amount of days I would record is one. But to be honest, I would mostly record 2 to 3 videos at a time, and then there would be days where I didn't record one. What I liked to do was have like 5 videos sort of backed up and then record one every day if I could. But there were plenty of days where I didn't record. And that just that's just how it worked out. So yeah, I had recording days where I would spend like basically a shift recording. Like that's where the really long videos came from. Like if I had an hour-long video or like a 4-hour-long video, those would be my on days for like recording. If I had like a 15-minute video, that could be a random day. But yeah. No, Melon Keeper Gold was great, and I think this is the first time the music is played during this stream. We're like an hour and 11 in, but I'll turn that shit up. Sorry, headphone users. But yeah, Melon Keeper was great. Melon Keeper Gold, I mean, was really good. I would recommend it to anyone, to be honest. It was really fun. And it's something that I might do again one day. I never felt like after Melon Keeper Gold, I never felt like I never want to do it again. I did feel like I'm not doing that this year. When it got to January 1st, 2025, there was no shot I was continuing for another year straight, right? Like, there was no way. I don't think I made another video until, like, March that year. Like, I don't think I made any YouTube uploads for, like, 3 months. Like, I was tired of it, to be honest. Like, the last month of recording Melon Keeper Gold was the most exciting, but the, like, 3 months before that, some days were a slog. But it was so fun recording, because I did like Christmas over a few days at my parents' house. It was so fun recording the last like week worth of uploads, and knowing that all of that was there. Like I had basically, by the time Christmas Eve came around, I had basically won the challenge. All the uploads were scheduled anyway. I think the only video that I recorded after Christmas was the Melee one. December 31st, I'm pretty sure I recorded that on December 29th or December 30th. But every other video, December 24th to December 30th, that was all pre-scheduled to go up on each day, and it was Minecraft Java Edition that was on Christmas Eve, and here we are back at Minecraft Java Edition 2 years later, or I guess not 2 years, a year and a bit later, but you know, 2024 to 2026. But it feels like I'll never get away from this game. I started playing this game in 2011, so I was 8 years old, and I got it for Christmas that year. And it was basically when 1.0 released. I think 1.0 released in like January, but it was basically out of beta by that point, and the game had come out, and God, I must have played that game so much over the next like few years. I remember actually, because back, I don't know if you can do this anymore. I guess you probably could, but back, the Minecraft launcher used to be portable. Instead of being an installer, it was portable. And I guess you could do this with Multi-MC now, because Multi-MC is portable. But I put it on a USB drive, and I played Minecraft at school, in primary school. And I remember this was before the game like super duper took off. Like I think they had 1 million copies sold. It wasn't a small game, but now we're at like what, 300 million copies sold. It's like it's the most popular game of all time. I remember people making fun of it and saying it looked like crap. And then like a year later, everybody's on Xbox 360 edition. I was a pioneer of this game in my local community. And you know what? None of those fucking 8-year-olds apologized when they started playing the Xbox version and realized it was actually a cool game. None of them apologized to me, but you know what? That's neither here nor there. But yeah, I mean, I must have played so much of this game. Bringing Minecraft in on USB, yeah, I can imagine you get in trouble for that. At the time, I think anyone else would have got in trouble for it, but and this is actually really funny. I have an autism diagnosis. I think pretty much everybody I've ever spoken to can tell before I tell them. But I on my diagnosis, it specifically mentions how much time I spent playing Minecraft, which is really funny. Obviously, you have the whole like special interest component um to the autism spectrum diagnosis, but because there weren't a lot of kids in my school that had an autism diagnosis, my teachers would never really like give me in trouble for anything. So I kind of just did whatever I want. When I was in primary school, I barely followed a curriculum or anything. Like it's kind of a miracle that once I got to high school, I actually knew anything at all, because if I wanted to like, you know, not pay attention to a lesson and like, you know, do something else, none of my teachers stopped me. I mean, the tutorial worlds on the old Xbox and PS3 versions were like super iconic, so people have a lot of nostalgia for those. I mean, I played the Xbox 360 edition as well, but I was a Java edition player. Um, that's how I learned how to like. I'm a touch typist. I can type pretty quickly. We had a hackathon at my university. I guess it was a year ago. I think it was April 2025. And there was a typing speed contest, and whoever had the top 3 like highest typing speed got like an Amazon voucher or whatever. And remember, this is a room full of computing science students. There must have been like 100 people there. So you'd expect most people to have a pretty good typing speed, and some people in the group are going to be like exceptionally fast. But I fucking crushed it, I think I got like 119 word per minute on my first attempt. I only did one attempt, but they did let you retry. I got like 119 word per minute, and that was number one. I wasn't just top 3, that was number one. And I, you know, it's not crazy fast. I feel like most people who are fast at typing are probably in that 100 to 120 word per minute range. It's like fairly easy to get to, and then it's like a cliff. Going over 120 word per minute, super difficult, but like getting there is fairly like pedestrian, I think, for people who use the computer a lot. I remember when I was in school, high school, I had a class where they basically taught us to touch type. We had a software called Mavis Beacon teaches typing, and it had like a leaderboard. So the teacher was basically like, blah blah blah. Here's the like proper form of how to like the home row and stuff like that. And when I type, I don't really put my fingers on the home row. I have pretty bad form. It's still ergonomic because I lift my wrists up, but it's not like optimized for speed or anything. I mean, QWERTY in general isn't optimized for speed, but the best typists in the world all use QWERTY, not including Steno, which is a different thing. Obviously, you can get a higher word per minute with Steno, but that's not even typing at that point. That's like a different category of thing. But yeah, I remember the teacher being like, if you can get to like 30 or 40 word per minute, that's going to be great for your career if you go into a field where, you know, you need to type a lot. And my teacher's word per minute was like 60. Mine was up there at 100, and I was just like crushing out like it was so funny. The only nerd tournaments my college had were a Third Strike tourney that got cancelled because no one showed up, and a Smash tourney I went 1-2 at. Hey, you got one. You got the one. Yeah, I mean, my uni had Ultimate. Shout out to Dusk in chat who organized those alt tournaments. I was terrible at Ultimate. I was so bad compared to like all the kids, like teenagers showing up and like destroying me. And then I found Steve. And I was the best in the world. No, that's not how the story goes. But I'm on Melee now. I mean, I've been playing Melee for ages, right? I started playing in 2016 on Anther's Ladder after watching 600 hours, finding out that it was fake, and and picking up Puff. I was like, I started playing as a Young Link player because of the combo video, and then finding out it was fake, I was like, well, fuck this. I'm just gonna go evil and play Puff. I'm so glad I ended up on Fox though now. I think that's the end game. Oh, that's awesome. Was that your round 1 or was that losers round 1? Like, did you eliminate the asshole from the tournament or did you just send him to losers? I don't think anyone has ever thanked me for defeating someone because they're an asshole. I think that's so funny. That was back when I played K-Rool. Who do you play now? Do you even play Smash anymore? Don't you have a job? You're like a psychologist. No, I don't play Fox in ult. I play Fox in Melee. I'm talking about Melee. I play Melee. I'm on the righteous path. I don't play Ultimate. We had a tournament in Scotland that was at like an anime convention thing, and so many people signed up. It was like record breaking because a bunch of casuals were there. The amount of people that played their round 1 and then didn't show up to round 2 in losers because they thought they were just out. They didn't know about double elimination. They thought they were just out. It's like you had what, 80 people in round 1 and then like 30 DQs and losers. It was like crazy. Play Yoshi. Yoshi's awesome. I used to play Yoshi in Ultimate, not like as a main, but just like online. That's pretty fun. Ganon in Melee. Oh, got the racist in the chat. Ganondorf. I need to set up keybind. You can't rebind your keys in this version. But I should really do it using like auto hotkey or something, because I can't reach 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lol, 6, 7 on my keyboard without like stretching my finger. And it's so uncomfortable. It's like such a pain in the arse. If playing Ganondorf makes me racist. Wow, okay. I'm not gonna say that out loud because I don't have chat on stream. People will think I'm the one saying that. Look, this is what this is what's happening in my Twitch chat. I have to change it to live chat. Would that make a difference? I feel like I'm gonna see everyone anyway. Whatever. You will notice that I'm at Z67 quite deliberately. When I got to 67,676, I spent quite a lot of time trying to get the like decimal point to line up with 6-7. Because if you just want the like X coordinate to line up, you can like push against a wall like this, and it's quite trivial to get to 6-7, right? So we're at 40.67. Getting the other one to line up, the Z coordinate, it is surely a balancing act of some kind. Oh my god, I binked it. What the hell? So now we're at 74.67 there. So yeah, you can do it. It's just like, it's stupid. Not something that should be done. But yeah, this is what I was saying earlier about like having auto walk doesn't even help you because there's so much like stupid terrain. Oh, kids don't like 6-7 anymore? Am I unk for saying 6-7? Damn. How the turntables. What are they on now? 6-1? 6-1. 6-1. Kids probably don't find numbers funny anymore. A very good icebreaker if you're in the company of nerds, say at a Smash tournament or I don't know, something else like that. Ask them what their favorite number is. I mean, a lot of people be like, 783, it's my lucky number. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, was 6-1 not popular enough? I remember seeing it and thinking it was so fucking stupid. I like -67, where you like put your hands facing down. I thought that was so funny. But yeah, no, sometimes you'll get good answers to the favorite number question. Yeah, Italian brain rot's still massive. Like there's like Italian brain rot trading cards and like I see when I go like to the toy section at like supermarkets, there's all these like Italian brain rot toys and stuff. I saw a 6-7 toy once. Yeah, a lot of things take weirdly long to break in this version. You get to see that in a second because I'm about to mine all these furnaces. A lot of stuff takes weirdly long to break. But yeah, I saw like a 6-7 toy once. There's like a plush toy in the shape of the number 67. And it was £6.70. And I just thought that was iconic. Iron pickaxe, by the way. This is how long it takes to break a furnace. So yeah, we're running a bit low on wool, and you pretty much want to sleep every night because it massively increases your chance of dying if you don't sleep. And also, it's hard to see in the dark. There's no brightness slider in this game, in this version, so it's just, yeah, it's just like a massive pain in the dark. So yeah, you gotta make shears, because you get... Oh yeah, this is the song. I be placing rocks and shit and playing fucking Minecraft. Yeah, you get 0 or 1 wool if you kill a sheep. You get, I believe, between 2 and 4 when you shear them. So it's way better to shear them than it is to kill them. I mean, we can make a good amount of armor with that. So in these old versions of Minecraft, it doesn't matter, like, leather armor protects the same as iron if it's at full durability. The only difference is the durability, basically. So having fresh leather armor is better than having broken iron armor. So you notice if I change the chest plate here, it actually goes down. Yeah, hunger was added in beta 1.8. We're playing beta 1.7, so that's why there's no hunger. But we're not in creative mode. Some other things that are missing from this version of Minecraft: villages, horses, sprinting, what else? You can't, like, swim. Like, you can go in water and you can float, but you can't actually, like, swim quickly like you can in the new versions. I'm trying to, like, there we go. Trying to do the, like, input glitch, so I can be hands free. Oh, pardon me. I had a YouTube short on my phone there. Yeah, what else is missing from this version that, like, would make the journey easier? I mean, there's no end, so there's no elytra. There's basically no structures except dungeons. Yeah, there's basically no way to go faster than just walking and using boats. And the biomes are a lot smaller in this version, so, like, you don't get those big oceans that are all over the place in the newer version, which means you can't boat for very long. Even though boating is faster than walking, you'll never find a big enough body of water to, like, boat for, you know, half an hour. But you can boat for half an hour in the new versions. There's so much water in modern Minecraft. The oceans are huge. But you'll just never find anything like that in beta 1.7.3. The biomes are just tiny. Like, we're already getting out of this, like, taiga biome into a, like, snowy forest. And back into taiga, I guess. I don't, like, they're, like, right next to each other, I think, but... So yeah, you can kind of see the difference in, like, the biome size. It's like, that's just a normal forest, and we got snowy forest and taiga right next to each other. Like, that can happen on modern versions, like they can be right next to each other, but you notice how small those biomes were, and like compared to the newer versions. No, we got a creepy noise. I think Herobrine's in my world. Oh no! Oh no, it's Herobrine. He made the fog. Actually, it makes sense to play on a small render distance. Obviously, we're walking very far, right? So the world size gets pretty big. I think most people's worlds by the end are like 100 gigabyte. But if you play on small render distance, like tiny render distance, it's probably like half the size, to be honest. Like it generates so much fewer chunks. But I like playing on this. And you know what? If the world size gets too big, I'll buy a hard drive. And you know, we'll figure it out. I don't want to play like this for 800 hours, right? Like I'd rather just play on the big size and deal with the world size. However I may approach that. 15 horror mods that kill you in 30 seconds. Yeah, I need the one with the like it gives you like a random FNAF jump scare. Oh, I love that mod. That's so funny. I don't even know if it's a real mod. I just saw a YouTube short that was like, can I collect diamonds while there's a random FNAF animatronic every 10 seconds? It's so funny. I love Five Nights at Freddy's. I bought some you guys know Funko Pops? They have like these things called Itty Bitty or whatever, Bitty Pops or whatever they call them. And I bought the FNAF ones. I've got a Freddy Fazbear and a Bonnie Bunny, and they're like 1/10 the size of a normal Funko Pop. They're tiny. But they were, oh my god, they were discounted. So obviously I was like, that's a bargain. Even though I wouldn't have bought them normally. I was like, that's awesome. I'm gonna buy that. I have FNAF plushes that I bought off of AliExpress for like $5. And you know what? They're about as good quality as the official ones. There's just not as big of a markup. And they're a bit bootleg, like, oh my god. I would not have died, but I almost took a lot of damage there. Yeah, they're a bit bootleg. Golden Freddy, or... No, Freddy Fazbear's eyeball is, like, pointing in the wrong direction. But I still love him. I still love Freddy Fazbear. Oh, Swim! Hi. You're from the Farlands Discord server. It's good to have you. And yeah, we are making some progress. It's been today 43k blocks so far. Today 43k blocks, which, you know, is good. There's no sign of stopping imminently. So yeah, we're making really good progress. I mean, this is day 3, right? So 143k blocks in 3 days. Nothing to scoff at. I mean, Emu Balloon Boy. I need that. I want the remnant, yeah. I want the Timu Balloon Boy. I hate Balloon Boy's design. I think he's a really, like, ugly character. But he's so iconic of a FNAF character. Like, FNAF 2 for me is the most iconic one. I mean, the designs of the FNAF 1 animatronics are the most iconic, but the actual, like, game... I did 30k in the first 3 days, so you're killing it. Thank you, thank you. Hopefully I can keep it up. You know, I've had... The last 3 days have been my days off. I do have a job, so, you know, that is the thing that will kill any Farlands journey. But I'm hoping I can keep it up, even if it's just like 10k here and there, and then on the days off I can kind of push it a bit more. Like I feel really good about it. Like, I thought it would be boring, but I'm actually having fun. I think it's really fun to just, like, walk around in Minecraft. And every, like, survival world that I've ever had, I've traveled super far out to, like, build a base. I'm like, I want to find the perfect spot and stuff like that. So I'm used to these kinds of, like, uh, long distance journeys. It's just this is going to be, like, 100 times longer than average, right? Like, instead of going, like, 100k blocks with sprinting and with elytra and stuff like that, we're going 12 million without any of that. So it is a big difference, but at the same time, yeah, it's really fun. I think seeing the fact that like 14 different people have done it and like 2 more are on the way, right? We've got Mr. Bro 7 soon to finish, like under 100 days, like super inspiring. I think that's so cool to see. I mean, there's been a lot of games, like I speedrun games and stuff. There've been a lot of games where like just seeing that it's possible makes all the difference, right? It's really hard being the first to do something, but being like the 15th, it's like, yeah, 14 other people did it, right? Yeah, there's so much interesting world gen as well. Like beta world gen, okay, it's not alpha, but you know, beta world gen is super exciting, and there's lots of like weird things that you find um that you probably wouldn't find today. Although Caves and Cliffs is pretty awesome. But there was a period in the middle where it was so like boring. But yeah, beta world gen, there's like a lot of cool kind of interesting stuff that you find. Like I found a cactus that was 4 blocks tall. And I'm hoping that I'll find a 5 block tall one at some point. um I haven't been looking for dungeons or anything. You can see I'm playing with F3 off. Um yeah, third corner in June. Super cool, by the way. Going for the corner there. Because it's like 40% longer, right? It's like way further distance. Yeah, I took a screenshot. I might share it later. But yeah, I found a 4 block earlier today. So hopefully I'll find a 5 block. I've not been looking for dungeons. I don't play with F3 on because I kind of like the minimal kind of look of the coordinates mod. But that means it's harder to like, you know, you can see the name tags and stuff. It's a bit harder to find dungeons, but 17.7 mil. It's crazy. Oh, cactus. Cactuses are usually 1 to 3 blocks tall, but they have a chance to grow, or like not grow, but they have a chance to spawn taller than that, but they only grow to 3 blocks. So like if you plant well, I mean, Mr. Coolbro 7 has been putting in the hours, like 11 hours a day basically, from what I understand. So like, yeah, most people are not taking 100 days. Like I will not finish this year probably, but yeah. So they'll usually spawn like this, and they'll only grow to 3 blocks tall. But they can spawn. They can spawn as 4 blocks or more. I don't know why. It's probably something weird to do with world gen that I don't understand. But yeah, I mean, 8 to 9 hours a day is a shift. Like that is commitment that I seriously I'm impressed by. The thing that was crazy for me was finding out that he had a run already that he lost to dying and started a new one the next like day. Like what? Like that's so, I think I would stop playing if that happened to me. So yeah, he's definitely like out of all the Farlanders, and there are several. Uh, he's got something something going on, but it's really cool. It's really cool. But yeah, hey, if someone can do it in 100 days, I can do it in like 400. I think that's super duper achievable. At the pace we're going, like 300 days would be possible, but it's not gonna be that fast all the time. So yeah, I would not start a new world just like that, but you gotta appreciate the dedication. And there's a lot of people that just started recently, because Steve Gamer made a Reddit post saying like, "Oh, I'm the 14th person to do it," and it got like a lot of upvotes. So there's a lot of new people that have just picked it up. That's why I started, is because I saw that Reddit post, and that's kind of how I found out that there was a community of people doing it. Yeah, 31k a day is like, because I did 80k yesterday. No, I did 60k yesterday, and I did 40k on the first day. So, and I've done 45k already today. So 31k a day is pretty achievable. I just don't know how it'll work. Like, I don't know how it'll work on the days where I'm working. Because I'll have less time, obviously. There's also going to be other things that I want to do when I get home that are not playing Minecraft. So I don't even know if I'll play on the days where I have work. Like, I might not feel like it. I might be too tired to do it. So I don't know how it's going to work until we actually do it, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I knew about Kurt J. Mac. I knew about Kilo, the first person to do it. But I didn't know there was a whole like community of people that were I didn't realize there was 14 people. And other people that are still doing it, like still doing their journeys, or like people that are on their second journey and stuff like that. So that really changed the way I kind of look at it. And I was like, oh, this is pretty achievable. Like, let's do it. Yeah, 20,000? That's so crazy. I mean, the way I kind of look at it is like, you know, I speedrun a lot of games and stuff, or I have at different points in my life. I don't speedrun as much anymore. Well, there's different kinds of journeys as well, because you could like do the Nether Roof one, which is shorter. You can do like to the corner or the edge, and the edge is closer, but the corner's cooler. Let's be honest, it's a little bit cooler. But yeah, there's like different journeys, so it's not like, oh, let's just walk to the Farlands twice. It's like there's a different, you know, you can go to the world border in the new versions, which is further away. I think it's like 30 million blocks. But you have the like amenities of like you can swim and you can sprint and stuff like that. You can get like dolphin grace and stuff like that. So it probably evens out to being like a similar amount of effort. It's just going to the world border. There's none of the cool generation bugs and stuff, so it's not as interesting to like actually get there. But the challenge is still the same. You're still walking like super duper far. I know that farlands.cc only counts stuff that's like terrestrial journeys, but people have gone there with Elytra, yeah. People have definitely gone there with Elytra. It's just people don't really, it's not tracked on the website. The website's just for like terrestrial journeys. Which makes sense. Although, not like going there with an Elytra is not easy, right? Like, it still takes ages. I guess with a trident as well, you can make it pretty fast. But it's still not, like, it's still a really, really far distance to go, like. Yeah, I would like to do a world border trip. I probably won't. I think if I make it to the Farlands, I'll probably be done at that point. Well, it's yeah, if you use the Nether roof and use like all the modern stuff, it won't take that long. Like doing it on the newest version with all of the movement stuff, it wouldn't take that long. Like, okay, we say it's 2 weeks of travel to reach the Farlands using the Nether roof or whatever, right? 2 week straight journey. It would probably be like half that. And you're going double the distance, but you've got like, I guess you can't use Trident in the Nether, but like you can still use fireworks and stuff, so. Oh, I don't know how you get the XP to repair it though. If you're on the Nether roof. Do zombie piglins spawn? I think zombie piglins spawn. Parkour. Yeah, anyway, the point is, it's obviously cooler in beta Minecraft to do it because you get the cool generation. And also, beta Minecraft has such a vibe to it. I started a beta Minecraft world last year where I was just playing survival. And it was so fun. Yeah, the Farlands got patched out in the version after the one I'm playing. So on beta 1.7.3, it got patched out in 1.8. So it's just normal generation in the new ones. It's, okay, what causes it? Something to do with noise and floating point? I don't actually know. Integer, floating point, overflow, something, noise generation? I don't know the, That's awesome. No, it's awesome that you have the numbers for it, though. Is that, like, written down somewhere? Floating point precision error. Yeah, I knew it was something to do with noise and... I don't need to know the maths of it. I just need to know where I'm going. Although it is cool. It is cool to know. As a computing science graduate, you know, it is interesting. A computing science graduate and general mathematics fan. That's a big iron vein. 11 iron in one vein. Is that it? That was big. I was gonna try and grow this, but there's not really enough space to... Because you can't grow them out here, right? Yeah. Oh, I don't think you can... You can't even bone meal them. Yeah, shout out to the STEM into get a job in retail pipeline. It's awesome. It's freaking epic. That's 46k, by the way. 46k blocks traveled per day. Making some decent progress. So we did 60k yesterday. I would be interested to do more than 60k today. If possible, we'll see. We'll see what's in the cards for me. I might get to 160k and be like, fuck this, but we'll see what happens. The thing is, starting early, I started at 11 AM today. That really helps because you start at 11 and then you get tired of it at 1 o'clock and then you go back to playing it, and then you get tired, and then it's 8 PM and you just start running again. It's actually the best way to do it, is to start early. You can do 8 hours in a day in like 3-hour chunks easily. 8 hours straight, I don't think I have it in me. I don't think I have that in me. Whoa! The same reason that everybody has a retail job is the same reason everybody needs a psychologist. It's crazy. The world is so shit right now. It's making everybody depressed. It's this whole thing of like, people feel like they're depressed, but their lives are actually just that bad. They don't have a clinical like depression. They just have like shitty lives. I feel like that describes so many people right now. For what it's worth, I'm not in that group. I'm feeling pretty good about myself. But I feel like that's an ever increasingly common pattern at the moment. Is just like, yeah, the shitty job market is just a ploy. Oh, to be a computer science graduate in the 2010s. Why was I born in 2003? If I was born in 1993, I would be so wealthy. If I was born in 1993, I would probably not be a computing science graduate. The only reason I went into computing science is because I played a bunch of video games. But to be fair, you'd still get PS1 and N64. Those games are pretty good. I actually played a lot of PS2 and N64 games as a kid. Not PS1, but I had a couple PS1 games. Obviously, the PS2 is backwards compatible, so. But yeah, I played a lot of those games as a kid. So maybe I'd still be into it if I. Yeah, yeah. You should have bought a house in 2008. That was. You gotta buy the dip, guys. Come on. This is just investing 101. Anyone could have seen it. I should have bought Bitcoin in 2009, bro. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? Guy who gets into computer science because he played Bendy in the Ink Machine. Well, I mean, it sure wouldn't get you into art. I mean, that's got to be a difficult field to be in, right? Illustration. It's so cooked. I think people are turning on AI though. Like, good, by the way. Just to make my stance very clear. I'm anti generative AI. Just to make my my stance clear. But I think people are turning on it. I think I've been seeing a lot more like distrust and stuff for because we're seeing a lot of adverts for products that include AI generated clips and stuff like that. And I've seen a lot of distrust for companies that are going that way, like Coca-Cola, but also like slightly smaller brands that I get YouTube ads for on YouTube and stuff. And I definitely think people are turning against it. Yeah, threw a party when Sora shut down. That was the highlight of my year. So no, it wasn't. Maybe it was. I've had a bit of a shitty year, to be honest. Like I'm holding on, but bro, my cat ate a piece of string at the start of the year. He's okay now, but he had to get surgery, and he was recovering for like 2 weeks. That was shit. That was really tough. Couple other bits and bobs, but you know what? We're holding on. We're walking to the far lands. Maybe it's all just a coping mechanism. I don't know. But no, I feel great actually. I think life's finally starting to go a bit better than it was in January. Because man, it's really difficult seeing your cat like that. Yeah, he's okay. You know what? I'll send some pics later. He's actually very, very happy. And I love showing off my two cats because they are the most adorable, uh, most adorable cats in the world. See that tech? You can open the crafting table when you're asleep. Saves a bit of time, because you like overlap. Overlap things. One of my friends from uni, he has a computing job. He works in like a networking company. They develop software for like routers and stuff. They have a couple other things, but that's like his department or whatever. And they had a meeting where they were basically like, "Oh, you're not using AI to generate your code. Like it's so much faster. You know, your output would probably be better if you were using AI." And he basically explained to them like, "No, I don't use it because I don't think it's very good." He was like, you know, Claude can create like very basic code and stuff, but like it's so much better when you understand the stuff that you've put into the repo and stuff like that. And their response was, "Oh, you're probably not prompting it good enough. Maybe we should have a meeting where you show us how you're prompting it, and we can help you improve." And I just thought, like, oh my god, that sounds like the worst meeting to have of all time. Like, that's terrible. Yeah, AI. It's good to see that people are turning on it, but for so long, it was like every company in the world was like pushing for it so hard. Like, you play Minecraft Java Edition 1.26, and there's an AI assistant called Meryl that doesn't know anything about Minecraft because it's just a ChatGPT reskin. Like, what are we doing? Or like every company's website now has a little button that like a chatbot. It's like I don't need that for I don't need that. You keep your eyes out for the cactus. I mean, it is crazy to employ a staff of like 40 people to just like prompt Claude all day. Like that seems like such a waste of like human effort. I cannot believe the thing you just said in my Twitch chat. I'm not saying that out loud. What the fuck? Well, that's the thing. I don't want to talk to the like AI chat, but the amount of times I've like gotten on a phone call or like a web chat kind of situation where it's like an automated response or it's AI or whatever, and I'm just like, please let me speak to a human, please. I need someone's help to resolve this. I don't want to go through your stupid AI service. I saw a video of like a Taco Bell drive-through that was like using AI like voice recognition to like take your order, and so someone asked for like 100 million tacos or something, and then a human took over. So that was that lit up my face. I thought that was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. I mean, it's the old like computer programmer joke of like, you order a million beers, one beer, negative one beers, but then someone comes in and asks for the bathroom, right? It's like the same thing. You just ask the AI to do some stupid thing. I remember a few months ago, I mean, this might have even been a year ago at this point. I watched a talk from a cybersecurity like convention thing where the the whole thing was like using those AI chatbots as like basically like prompt hacking. So like talking to the AI to give it to give up vulnerable information or stuff like that. And it was really interesting just how many ways they found to exploit those. Like it's so the return on investment's so bad. Yeah, I've heard about people like talking to AI chatbots either as like friends or even therapists in some cases. That's really scary. I mean, it's bad enough kids using like AI to do their homework and stuff, but like it's even worse if they're like having a personal connection and stuff with an AI chatbot that's like not even a person. Like that seems a lot scarier to be honest than AI doing your homework or whatever. Although to be honest, like the really depressing thing is like I do think that somebody could probably do an entire undergraduate just using AI to do all the like assignments and stuff. Like yeah, sure, your reports might get caught on that they're like written using AI, but like the programming and stuff, like AI can do it to an undergraduate level for sure. It's really depressing. Yeah, I've heard about the literacy crisis as well, that like a lot of children born after 2010 have like extremely poor literacy. Uh it's pretty scary to think that like all this technology and it's just moving us backwards. Like developmentally, children are worse off than they would have been 10 years ago or 20 years ago, I guess. Well, that's the thing. Think of all the like stupid websites that you went on as a kid, and now instead of going on like fucking I don't even know, like Meat Spin or whatever, they're like talking to Goku on character.ai. Yeah. Okay, maybe Meat Spin maybe that was a bad example. That was probably not a better outcome, but I mean kids do stupid shit obviously, but especially like I feel like at a certain age it's a lot more difficult to discern like reality from facts as well. So like you might have Goku telling you that he loves you and fully believe that you're talking to the real Goku, right? If you're like 6 or 7, fuck's sake, if you're like 7 or 8 years old, like I genuinely think that there's definitely uses for. I think machine translation is really cool and really good for the world. Um, you don't really need like LLMs to do machine translation well. Like machine translation's been good for a number of years now. But I think that's like the biggest benefit we've gotten out of all of this is that like machine translation has gone up a step since all of this. And I do think that it's really important for like connecting the world in a bigger way. Um Yeah, I agree. I don't know that AI really has a place in the classroom, to be honest. And even if you talk about like generating like learning resources with it, it's like, well, you don't even know if they're going to be right. Yeah, AI, like machine learning is really good for stuff like I don't know, DNA analysis or whatever, like could be really like important there as well. But that's the thing, it's all just called AI. Like we call LLMs and chatbots and stuff like that AI, the same way that we call chess like Stockfish AI. And that's just completely different things, you know? So it's like impossible to have a conversation about it now because everyone assumes that every AI is like the shitty AI. I mean, I kind of think the internet in general is really bad for kids. I don't know what the cutoff point should be. I know that I think Australia banned social media for kids under 16 or something like that. I would be happy for that. I think social media, like AI aside, I think social media is really damaging for kids. It's actually really damaging for adults as well. But so is like a bunch of stuff. We don't need to like restrict adults' freedom on ruining their lives. But like to be honest, like treating TikTok like nicotine would probably be completely fair from like a psychological standpoint. They're both like insanely addictive. They're just not like TikTok's obviously not got the same like physical component to it, but like bro, they're so bad. They're so bad for you. Yeah, ID checks and stuff like I don't agree with that. It's more the fact that like I don't want I live in the UK, so uh I'm, you know, face to face with this like ID check and stuff, and I've never handed over my passport or anything to any of these websites, and if I can't access them, it's like whatever. Like if I can't gamble online because of it, like who fucking cares? I wasn't going on online gambling anyway. I don't even know if online gambling's legal in the UK, to be honest. But I just don't like the idea of my like passport being in like a database or something. And a lot of these companies that are implementing the ID checks, like Reddit for example, they're using like an outside source. I don't remember what it's called, but basically there's no like centralized like government body for checking it. So it's just like a company that has all of your like passport and stuff. And when they have a data leak, millions and millions of people's passports are going to be leaked, and there's your identity theft, right? It seems like such a terrible idea. It seems like such an invasive and, you know, destructive thing for the world. Um, it's so depressing. Like, even like Imager, which is like the biggest website on the internet for sharing pictures of stuff for like embeds, right? Like you go on Reddit and you can't even use it in the UK anymore. Like Reddit's kind of half of the links on there are Imager links. Like it's crazy. Like you can barely use especially older like subreddits and stuff that have been archived now, but they've got like useful information, like so much stuff you just can't see because it's blocked in the UK, and there's not even a way to like verify your age. It's just blocked. I do have a Chrome extension that replaces Imager links with like a proxy site, and that works, but like you shouldn't have to do all that for the internet to be like usable, you know? um it's just like completely ruined the internet, and I don't know. People were saying about the whole like net neutrality stuff when that was like the issue of current on YouTube at the time, that like the internet as we grew up with it is not going to exist for much longer, and I think we're there. I think we're pretty much the internet right now is 4 really shitty websites. You've got like fucking Meta, X, YouTube, and nothing else, and that's like the worst. Or I guess there's TikTok, right? They're like the worst 4 websites on the world. And you know, that's all that's left of the like the internet. Like it's terrible. And the thing is, like, I'm kind of I'm kind of stuck in the whole YouTube thing because I've uploaded like 1.2 thousand videos or something to this channel. I can't abandon it, but I do disagree with a lot of the decisions that YouTube are making, but I'm not ready to take the step to like move stuff off of here, to be honest. And I don't think this series will make it any easier because because now I'm going to be uploading like 800 1000 hours worth of footage of me playing beta 1.7.3. And you know, I'm not going to want to upload all that to a different website. I'm not even going to want to download it, to be honest. Like, even if I automated it, it would still take up so much space that like I don't even have a hard drive that would fit 1000 hours of footage. Although I'm well aware of the fact that like once we get to a certain point with this series, I probably will need to invest in a hard drive just for the backup of the world, because I know they get pretty big. I know they get very big, actually. So I am prepared to take steps like that if we get to the point where I need more storage space. Yeah, I'm ready to commit 100%. The thing is, like, that's like a money investment, but it's so much cheaper. Like, people play golf and shit. Minecraft is a very cheap hobby. You know? I was just looking at Discord. Shouldn't surpass 100 gigabyte. Yeah, I don't think I have 200 gigabyte free though. So if I need if I want to have backups, then I definitely do need to expand. The thing is, I the only thing I really use my computer for is like fucking GameCube games and stuff. I just have so many hours of footage on this computer from like YouTube videos I've made. I might still be going in a couple hours. I don't know how long I'm going to stream for. I'm basically going to stream until I get bored, and then I might be back later with no mic. Like, later on in the day. But for now, we're just streaming until I'm tired and I want to take a rest from sitting down and looking at the screen. I mean, it's been 2 hours now. I feel like I could probably go for a couple more, but yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm not recording though. I'm not recording the Fartlands stuff. I'm just live streaming it. So something goes wrong with the stream, it is what it is. I think the rule on farlands.cc is like, as long as you have 90% of raw footage, it's fine, right? So like if I miss a couple thousand blocks here and there, it's probably not the end of the world, right? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I just can't think about like getting to the end right now because we're not close to that. So we just need to think about the journey that's ahead of us, you know? You know, it's not even really about the milestones or anything. Like, it's nice to get to 1%. I got to 1% today. That was very exciting. But, you know, we need to have fun even when we're not getting a milestone or we're not making it to the end, right? Like, it needs to be fun the whole time. Or it's gonna be difficult. 90% or screenshot of every 10%. Oh, that's actually very easy then. Just a screenshot of every 10. You don't need like footage of every. That's I mean, I'm gonna live stream it anyway. I would like there to be a record of it. So could I get it like fully verified with just 10 screenshots of every 10%? Is that how it works? be honest, I didn't really read the rules that much, but... Well, Narwaffle, I hope you do start streaming again, because I would like to tune in. Obviously, it's at an awkward time for me, the time zone thing, but I really liked those streams when it was still like 2020. God, like 6 years ago. I mean, almost 6 years ago. Over 5 anyway. I really enjoyed hanging out for those streams. I mean, to be fair, like, you don't get anything out of faking it, right? Like, there's nothing... Even being on the list of, like, people who have done it, like, it's not... Most people don't know about the website. It's only people that are doing the challenge that actually know it exists. You know? So, like, it's not like you get anything for cheating. It's just, like, what are your bragging rights? Yeah, I went to the Farlands. Can I see it? No. No, I didn't record it or anything. I didn't want to prove it. Like, that just doesn't make sense, right? Well, if you stream earlier in the day for you, there's a much higher chance of me being there to watch it, so... Something to consider if you want to have your audience back. I can't stay up late anymore. I've got, like, work in the morning. Kinda sucks, but... I was saying earlier in the stream, not a lot of people were watching. I think just a couple people said hi, but I was saying earlier that you know, it would be really easy to cheat at most speedruns. Not that this is a speedrun, but that's the topic that we were on. It'd be really easy to cheat at most games. Like, a lot of games don't have a high proof requirement because, you know, we're all just fans of the game. We're just having fun playing it. So, you know, the games like Mario 64 and stuff that have, like, you know, actual mod teams and stuff, like, that's not the average game. That is not most games. If Dream never streamed his attempts for the cheated speedruns, like, he would have got away with it, you know? So, it's kind of like that kind of situation where, like, the honor system is the more kind of important thing. For me, speedrunning was always about beating my own time. I didn't really care about getting world record as much as I just cared about, like, improving at the game. And I feel the same way for Farlands. I don't really care about getting on the list or, you know, being the fastest person to do it or the funniest person to do it. You know, I will be the 6'7"est person to do it, I think, but but yeah, I don't really care about you know, the accolades or anything. I don't think I'm gonna get famous from doing it. I just think it's kind of a cool challenge, and so yeah, I don't feel any reason to cheat, but, like, you could get away with it, right? Like, just why would you? Like, what's the point? You gain nothing. How you stop cheating? I mean, yeah, sub 100 to be the fastest is... I That's just insane. I mean, that's the thing, is, like, runs that are not, like, top runs, they're probably not even watching them all. I mean, I verified a lot of runs for games where I didn't watch the full run. I just made sure the time was correct. I just made sure the time was correct, but that was it for a lot of the speedruns. Because, like, if you're cheating a 14th place run on a 16-person leaderboard, I'm not gonna stop you. I don't even care about that. And to be honest, even if you're cheating first place, it's like, you know, shame on you, but for me, it's always been about the act of making those world records possible, like figuring out the strats and like grinding it. That's been way more important than the end result, you know? One of the games I play a lot, Pcraft, world record is 4 minutes and 9 seconds. If it was 4 minutes and 11 seconds, I would still say the same thing. It's an awesome world record that, to be honest, like, even though only one person can hold the world record, the whole community worked to make that possible. It doesn't matter that the final time is 4 minutes 9 seconds or 4 minutes 20 or you know, whatever. The process of getting there is way more important. So cheat a Tokobot run. I really want to play Tokobot PSP again. I got a PSP for Christmas, and I was playing Tokobot PSP a lot and figuring out how to speedrun it compared to the PS2 version. And then I started playing Melee so much that I just didn't come back to it. So I do want to still play Tokobot, but I don't know. The game I want to speedrun next is a mod of one of my favorite games called Mcraft. It basically is like a max mode difficulty for a game that's not very difficult to start with, and it makes the speedrun a bit interesting. It makes it take like 40 minutes instead of 5 minutes. So it's pretty cool. I do want to try speedrunning it. But... we're gonna try and go through this island and that island to stay on the boat for longer. Because the boat is faster than walking. So even though we have to stray from z equals 6, 7, it's probably worth it. Alright, see you now, Waffle. Thanks for showing up. It's cool to cool to have you at the stream again. There's no snowman in this version, right? They haven't added that yet. There's also no hotkeys for the inventory. It's so annoying. 6969696. That's awesome. Yeah, there's nothing for snowman. It's a shame. Yeah, I mean 6.9 million is cool. I can't wait to get to 6.7 million. I'm such a chud. I'm such a loser. I mean 676,000 is the next big milestone for that. So we'll see if we get there anytime soon. But to be honest, like 2.5 days were 1.5 or 150k. 6.7k could be like a couple weeks. Depending. It goes a lot faster than I thought. Like, even though it takes a long time, I didn't think I'd be at 150k today, you know? You know how much effort it takes to, like, I'm lining up the decimals with 6, 7. I'm like filling my inventory with uh like stacks of items that are that much. I don't know how many people are paying attention to that when I post it. There's that auto walk. I need to stretch a bit. I actually discovered the auto walk thing by accident because I obviously W and E are right next to each other, so I just accidentally pressed them at the same time. It's really nice. Obviously, you still need to like babysit it, but it's really nice that you can kind of save yourself from developing RSI by not having to constantly hold down the W key. I actually thought about putting W in space on my mouse so that I could like walk forward and jump using just one hand, but it wasn't very comfortable, so I stopped. I stopped doing that. Okay, we're back in control. I also found out if you oh yeah, it's a huge diff. If you left and right click at the same time, you can place a block and break the one behind it if it's like an instant mine thing. Like that's really weird, right? Alright, see you, swum, whatever. Thanks for hanging out for as long as you did. It was really nice having a bit of company. Creepy sound effect. Ooh, I should probably make boats. I'm running a bit low on wood. The thing is, you recover like most of the wood when the boat breaks, so you don't run out of wood very quickly. So if you just mine a couple blocks here and there, you don't really need to worry about it. But this is the first time I've been at like less than a stack, so we are definitely running a bit low. No, we're at 2.5 hours stream. I did like an hour and a bit earlier today. We'll at least make it to 60k shortly, actually. We're at 54k right now. That makes a pretty good pace, I think. I'm just thinking it would be really cool to get to 200k today, but that's another like double what I've done already, and I don't think I have that in me. I don't know, we'll see. Tomorrow I'm working 9 till 6, so it'll be really interesting to see if I actually want to play this once I get home, or if this is like a days off only thing. Because the idea of working 9 hours and then sitting in front of a computer and holding W for another like 3 or 4 hours, it doesn't sound great, does it? It does sound a bit difficult, but we'll see what's up. Also, I need to start collecting more blocks along the way, like... you can collect blocks without losing time by, like, mining like this. And then that doesn't interrupt me walking, but I still get to collect the dirt. And you can also do it when you're, like, increasing. So on the way down, it's easy. You dig the, like, block in front of you. On the way up, you can click twice like that to get dirt without losing time. It's pretty good. If you have an iron shovel, you can actually dig 3 blocks in a row. Without like losing momentum, because it digs slightly faster. So if you have an iron shovel, this is pretty cool. This is the kind of thing I've been labbing while I'm sure people have done it before, but this kind of thing I've been labbing while walking, because it's just fun to know the kind of answers to these things, and like it's useful to have blocks, obviously, but yeah, so obviously you can do like this. Okay, so I had to stop there, but I'll have to wait until I get over there. But yeah, you can click these to collect 2 dirt on the way down. That's pretty good. On the way up, you can collect, I don't know how much you can collect, but you can dig 3. So you can go like, and then jump up. Okay. So I got 2 blocks each from doing that. But I lost no time. I didn't slow down at all. You can dig through 3 instead of 2 with the iron shovel, which actually makes a huge difference. But I don't know how many times you need to do that to make up the difference between, you know, mining 1 stone versus mining and smelting an iron ore. So it might still be net negative on time, but it's a pretty cool mechanic. Obviously, I'm not going for a speedrun, but you do want to go fast. It makes the whole journey easier. Because it takes less IRL time, so it is important. Yeah, I wonder if I can get 4 if I'm like perfect, right? Perfect timing. Oh, I got 4 there. Okay, you can do 4. You just need like perfect timing of like clicking the left click. Like you need to start mining from the max distance and keep that going. I don't know, it's pretty good. And now I have a bunch of dirt to like navigate terrain with. It's really fun picking like the route that you can see the distance up ahead, obviously. So it's fun picking the route to like try and figure out the fastest way. Obviously you can't always be 100% sure, but it is fun. Also, I think boat boosting's a really cool mechanic. I really like that that's in the game. It made me really happy to discover that there's a bit of tech for that, because it makes the water sections a bit more interactive than just like holding W. I mean, obviously you're still going in a straight line. You're just pressing right click, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Oh wait, this is cool. That was cool. I was making a little like bridge. Oh, that was really good. That was a really good boost to start with there. Usually you have to like get up to speed by trying quite hard, but I did a good one there. It's hard because it'll just naturally go in like a diagonal direction. That one was a straight line, so I feel quite happy by that. I have so much random shit in my inventory. I probably don't need the leather or the sugarcane or the flint. I guess I could light the pigs on fire to get cooked pork chop. It's also like not that important. Oh, another nighttime. I would be interested to see what's the average distance I walk in between like beds, in between like in-game days. I think they're like 24 minutes. So it would be interesting to see like the pace per in-game day. Well, I don't know how many days it's been. I don't know if there's a... I know on old versions or newer versions start to tell you, but I don't think it's gonna say. We're getting up there in terms of the used memory. I might restart the Java instance, just because it's up to 80% now. So, I mean, it went down again. I don't know. I'll just restart it. It's not a big deal. Okay, we're at 15 hours playtime on multi MC there. I've restarted it. And we're at 1% used, so that's a good a change. There we go. Yeah, I think if that like used memory bit fills up, your game crashes, so I definitely don't want that to happen. I think at 160k we'll take a break, I think. I'll end stream. I'll go for a walk. Go for a walk, tidy up a bit, and then we'll come back because I do feel like continuing streaming, but my legs are getting a bit. They're like, why have you been sitting down for like 3 hours? So yeah, once we get to 160k, I think we'll call it a break there because it's good to stretch your legs and stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely not done for the day. I am feeling a bit cooped up, I guess. And let's get the wool. I haven't built anything. Like, I know people build monuments at like 10%. I've not built anything so far. I've just been putting signs down. I wonder if maybe I'll do that for 10% or something like that. 67%. I don't know, I'm not very good at building in Minecraft, so I might not, might choose not to do that one. Parkour incoming. Yeah, I think 40k per, like, session seems to be my limit. I've never walked more than 40k at a time. I think yesterday I did 2 streams. One was 20k and the other was 40k. It's also just not good to be looking at a screen for that long, to be honest. I think that's part of it. It just I do often wonder what's the like shortest distance that it's actually worth getting in a boat for, because obviously it takes resources to make a boat, so like for something as short as that, like technically it's faster than walking, but does the time taken to make a boat factor into that very well? Or I mean, it's something that's like probably knowable, but like also making a boat can be a free action because it can like overlap with other stuff. Like actually crafting the boat you can overlap with sleeping, right? But also getting the wood to craft a boat, like you can check this out. If you walk past a tree and start digging, you can pick up the wood without stopping. So yeah, you lose a bit of time because you have to turn. So you're not at max speed. But even then, like you can walk 45 degrees and maybe get it. So I guess boats are basically, they take no time if you do it optimally. You can overlap them with other things, and you can get the wood without wasting time. So boats are basically free. Like I'm thinking... Okay, I didn't collect that one, but if it bounced towards me, I probably would have. It's a weird thing to like think about, like it's difficult to do on purpose, but I feel like you can get a free bit of wood. Like that obviously wasn't it. That took time, but oh, I just don't know. Yeah, we're getting pretty low on wood here. Gonna have to mine a couple trees. I've never considered like mining for diamond or anything, but it might be worth it just to have better tools. Like it's not worth it in terms of time, but like it might be fun to go mining as well. As long as we have a bed, I don't want to lose progress because I died in a cave. That does not sound fun. I wonder what beta 1.7 parkour looks like. Like, what are the hardest jumps to make? I know it's probably very similar to just like no sprint in modern parkour. I don't know if anything's really changed. I guess the shift height has changed, so there's some things that will be different. But yeah, no sprint parkour is like very very basic. Jumps are possible. Like you can probably do like, I don't even know, like what blocks are even in the game? I don't think iron bars are, so like glass, is glass panes in the game? Because you can't even do like a one block Neo, like, oh look, naturally occurring cross. You can't even do one block Neos in no sprint, right? Or wait, maybe you can. Can you do one block Neos? Does anyone know if this is possible? I mean, 2-block jumps are possible. I don't see why a 1-block Neo wouldn't be, actually, thinking about it. Just, I can't even do normal Neos, so... It's very frustrating, right? It's very... It's giving frustrating. Okay. Let's make our bed and we'll try again once we wake up. Okay. That's it. It feels like it's almost possible. But I'm not good at parkour, so... Can you inventory jam in this version? No, you can't. Damn it. Well, whatever. We'll just keep going. I do realize that I left my boat behind, but... Or not my boat, my crafting table. But it's fine. It's not a big deal. I'm gonna have to collect more wood anyway, so it's just another oak block. Oh, we're almost there. 160k. I should go without saying we're going to 160 and 67. Or maybe I should go to 767.6. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. We'll go to 1.6, well, 167. No, wait, that's 7,000 more blocks. I'm not doing 7,000 more blocks for a dumb bit. No. No, we'll not do that. we'll not do that, actually. I just realized how long that would take. Oh, fuck. That's fine. I had a skeleton. Think that could maybe be a spawner. It's not. It's just water. I've not really been looking for I've not really been looking for spawners, but I would like to find a dungeon. I'm sure it'll show up at one point. Sorry if the end of the stream here has been a bit boring. I'm gonna run out of things to talk about, to be honest. I could probably come up with something, but we're almost done, so I don't know when I come back if I'll be mic on or mic off. I'll probably be mic off. Turns out it is a bit more energy to have to talk the whole time. Although I will say, it was very easy when you have something to talk about. Like, thank you all for coming out and making the conversation a bit more easy. I really do appreciate that. Because I mean, I've recorded a lot of like solo let's play stuff in the past. It's hard. It's hard talking to yourself for like 6 hours straight. I mean, I've done it, and by the end, I mean that is a tough shift at the content factor, you know. So I do appreciate everyone that came by to make it a little bit easier. Well, they made an island for me at the 6-7 spot. That is actually crazy, right? What are the odds? It's not at Y67 though. I'm gonna build up a couple. Okay. Uh let's build our sign that we always build. Um when we finish a stream. So what was that? That was stream 6? Or was this stream 7? I don't remember. Let me check my YouTube VOD. 8th stream. Was it 8? No. I named it 8, but it's actually the 7th one. So I don't know why I named it 8, but that's fine. So what? It's 160,067. Day 3 stream 7. Let's go. And what can we do to make this one a funny one? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Let's make it underwater. Okay, I'm gonna have to put blocks behind me so I don't fall off. Oh, that's so easy to look at, right? All right, get that away. What an accomplishment. Right, thank you everybody for coming out and watching the stream. I really appreciate it. And you all made it very fun to stream. I will be back later, probably with my mic off, but that's what you get for today. In terms of mic on stream content. I don't know when I'll be mic on again. I think the vast majority of this journey will be no mic. Just because there's so much ground to cover. And I can spend some of that time, you know, watching stuff and listening to music. So don't want to be alone with my thoughts for too long. So I am joking about that, of course. All right, I will see you all later. Hopefully you come out to another one. And